What's good, leaders? Welcome back to another episode of Newer Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Kyhir Green. Today we got a special guest with us. Y'all probably see a familiar face in the room. But we got an amazing individual in here who's going to come and talk about all the great things he do for our community. He got a lot going on, and I know y'all should hear about it. Y'all need to hear about it. Some of y'all may recognize who this is, but for those who don't, go ahead, let them know who you are and what you do.
I am Suleiman Hassan, the founder of Soldiers for Recovery. Been boots on the ground, educating the youth for almost 10 to 12 years. For adults, helping, assisting them on their journeys to recovery. I provide them with resources, not just here in Philadelphia, but around the country. I send people to rehab free of charge around this country. Also for the youth, I'm connecting them with resources so they can go to different rehabs and things like that. Or maybe they need to stay here in Philadelphia, so I'm connected with like children's hospitals and other resources that I do have. One of them is One Day at a Time. They have a mountain of resources for the youth, their parents, and we all use a holistic approach, to deal with each case and each family. Some of them need groceries, some of them need help with rent, and we do a whole lot for a family. And sometimes it's not about drugs and alcohol, just hard times, just hard times. And we know, and we provide all those resources. That's what Soldiers for Recovery do, and I'm able to do it because of my partners.
Listen, that's an amazing thing, man. It's crazy. I talked about this in an episode with my man Lons over here. I told him about the interaction that we had. You actually came and spoke at my high school. And I talked about this like
what high school was that?
Belmont Charter High School.
Yeah. Wow. That was a minute ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. You came and spoke there, and every time I think about that experience, like your voice, and just how you carried yourself from the moment you started speaking to the moment that you stopped speaking, it just stick with me to this day.
Wow.
Everything that you said just stick with me to this day. Just the energy in the room shifted the moment you stepped out there in the floor and you started speaking.
Right.
That whole day was crazy. It was so crazy to the point where some of y'all got finished speaking and you had individuals literally bawling their eyes out.
Yeah, but that something that's never my intentions. Yeah. My intentions is always to go out to help one person, period. Now, who that one person is, only God knows. Yeah. It could be multiple persons. So I speak from pain of growing up with trauma. I speak from self-let down, self-hatred of myself. Not that I knew that my behavior was displaying these characteristics, but it was, me to just destroying my life, and it's over trauma. So I'm just showing up for the youth today, being the person that I wish I had in my life, talking to me. So what you experienced and everyone else did, that's always my intentions. I never, I don't want to see nobody eyeballing out. And it's just to bring hope. So hopefully they don't walk down the same path or they know that it's somebody there that they can come to me or they could come to the administration at that school, to get the resources, to get the help, because it's a lot of kids suffering in silence. I remember I went to the elementary school called James Rose back in the 80s, and we had this lady there. Her name was Miss Brown. Rest in peace. She died from cancer, but she was very hands-on with me and my family. In the 80s was when they implemented wearing the uniforms, school uniforms, because before you can wear anything. And I was so happy.
Was before that?
Yeah, this was in the 80s. So
I thought it was like us.
No.
So it was.
It started in the 80s, right? And then it died down, and then they enforced it again, in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? But but back in the 80s, they the uniform stuff came out, and for me, I was so happy that it did, because I was one of the kids getting bust on. I didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? Sneakers and none of that. So Miss Browner, she took on about 6 of us, because I got 9 brothers and sisters. And during that time, my mom was on crack. You know what I'm saying? She was on crack. My step pop was on crack. We ain't had nothing. So when Miss Browner came, you know, she was one of them hands-on people, one of them old school people, you know, that'll come to the house and check the fridge, make sure we had food, clothes. So I was just so grateful. And so when I'm speaking from that part of my soul, you know what I mean? Because I know some kids out there that may be experiencing that, and also being that Miss Browner. You know what I'm saying? Let me be that Miss Browner for these kids today, because a lot of them need it, man. And
especially like, you know, with you know, all of the things that's going on in society today, you got a lot of kids who, you know, definitely do live in those circumstances that you literally just spoke about. You know, they get to school, you know, after coming from Lord knows what at home, dealing with all this crazy stuff at home. You know, and like I said before, like for some kids, school is their safe space. Yeah. Like, you know, I realize, you know, even with myself, like we all need a safe space somewhere where we feel like, you know, we could just let loose, be ourselves. And for a lot of kids, home is like this chaotic, you know, place where they can't let loose, be themselves, because they may have to take care of, you know, a sibling, multiple siblings. You know, things like that. So it's like when they get to school, they feel like, you know, this is their safe space, and to have somebody like a you or Miss Brown to be able to, you know, actually be there for them, and be that, you know, factor that they may not have in their lives when they leave those walls is an amazing thing.
And that's why, like, I created the presentation. You know, the presentation is about my life, you know, and I always start with my life, because I know a lot of kids, they're not just going to come out and say, yo, man, my pop on pills, or they dealing with the challenges of the substance that's out there right now with fentanyl pills, the vaping, you know, and marijuana, and, you know, it's just a whole lot of new stuff, but it's all the same at the end of the day. At home, you know, at home it's still, you know, mom, they you know, maybe nodded out somewhere, no father or father there, or maybe it's some physical abuse, sexual abuse, you know, is going on in a lot of these homes as well. Thank God, you know, that didn't happen to me. But I was on the streets like at 7 years old. Like I ain't had no curfew. It wasn't no, you gonna get in, it was nothing. Me and my brother, we were on the streets, period, like all night. I was the kid pumping gas, carrying bags and all that. And but thank God, because the people of the community from the time that I grew up, we always had like Mr. George, or give me some old school names. We had all the old school people, man, that was in the neighborhood.
Mr. Tony.
Mr. Tony. So, you know, I was the kid, like me and my brother, we used to have notes on our shirts sometimes. You know what I mean? You know, I remember times like jumping inside a dumpster to get bread and stuff, because the supermarket was right across the street from us, right there on 48th and Parish Street, where I grew up at. So it was bad. It was terrible. And I know, like, some of these kids, like I said, they going through the same thing. It's just a different time. So the presentation was designed to not just educate the youth, but also give them an experience, a visual experience from where I came from and how I made it out. You know, and I prayed that I can reach one of them by God's permission, not to walk down the same path that I walked down, and leading up to drugs and alcohol later on in my life. You know what I mean? I can't really say later on, because shit, by the time I was 13, or 12, I was smoking cigarettes, drinking, doing everything.
It's crazy, because if we look at the good part of the presentation that Uncle Sewell is doing, is that when I was in school and we had pep rallies and stuff like that, if we was in an auditorium, half the time it was so boring that we would sit there and half of us would be falling asleep. There was no participation or nothing like that, because they would put on the screen bulletin points. This is this, reading this, this is what shouldn't happen, this is all these other things, right? And I feel like what was fun for me, also what was impactful for me being on stage with Uncle Sewell and some of these performances, was seeing how all the kids there were just like this. The whole time. You seen the emotion, you seen people crying, you seen people like laughing, responding back. And it's because not only are you, like you said, informing them on the certain things, but you're also allowing them to be visual learners as well. He's coming out in the homeless clothes. He's crawling out of a box. He's dropping down to his knees on certain parts where where he's feeling these deep emotions when he's revisiting it in such a way that the people in the crowd feel like they're him. Yeah. They're like, damn. And if that's not the best way to learn something without going through it, I don't know what is.
Listen, I can say it is because I didn't sat in a lot of different auditoriums, for a bunch of different presentations. Yeah. And I'll be honest, out of all my 12 years of high school, if it's not one that I remember, this when y'all came up to my school and stuff. Like that's literally the one time somebody came in, and even before we got in the auditorium, we sat down. Everybody like, man, it's probably just another one of them.
One of them old heads.
Another one of them old heads come here.
That's right. No. See,
things like that.
I always let the audience know that I'm not one of them old heads because a lot of old heads come and talk about back in the day. Look. This ain't back in the day. This 2026. This ain't my time. This y'all time. Right. I'm here to serve y'all. How can I be a blessing in y'all life? How can I change the condition that's going on in your home? Even if it's small, even if it's just a phone call. I've had kids call me, man, before they go pick up a vape, before they go smoke some weed. Or something going on with one of their parents or something. Can you help me get my mom out of here? Can you help me get your father out of here? Or uncle, or aunt, or grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And it's only because I let them know I'm not one of them old heads. I'm not here to talk to you about back in the day. Only back in the day I'm here to talk about is what happened in my life. Not to say my, you know how the old heads be. Young, you shouldn't listen. No, I'm not that. Never was that. Never will be that. Like that ain't who I am.
And that's important because the kids are the ones that's in the danger zone.
Yeah.
For the adults, we care about the adults, and we understand that that's a problem in itself. But catching it that young, where that kind of lifestyle is directly targeting the youth, the people who can give them 30 more years of cigarette sales, 40 more years of buying a bottle.
And that's them vapes.
Yeah, and with the vapes too.
That's the new gateway drug.
It's the new gateway drug.
That's one thing
we're kids. Like, you a kid, you read a box, blueberry, blast. Like, these flavors are direct candy flavors for kids to be like, yo, this is what I want. This is what I want. And people don't tell you that one of these vapes contains the nicotine of like a dozen cigarettes.
It's crazy.
And it's expedited. So like it's killing them faster, and our brain will continue to develop, but what our habits determine how our brain develops.
Right. And listen,
and that's what happens.
The dangerous thing about vapes is it's not like a cigarette. You smoke a cigarette 6 to 7 minutes, the cigarette's gone. The vape, you keep on going.
And you really can't detect it.
They even got the ones you charging.
Right, you charge it back up, take another hit. And the dangerous thing is you can't smell it. So if your child is vaping, you wouldn't even know it.
Now, if they were smoking a cigarette, you going like,
it's different. Like, when not to mention back in the day, but I got to bring it up just to make an example. Back when I started smoking cigarettes, the minute you light one up, you walk past an adult, they're going to smell it immediately. The thing with them vapes, you can't smell nothing.
It disappears.
You can't smell nothing, man. You know what I mean? But sometimes you can, because if your kid walk past you smelling like some grapefruit chewing gum or something, you come in, man, because you don't eat chew gum. You don't eat chew gum, man. Yeah, man, you don't eat chew gum.
You got braces.
Come in.
Exactly.
Get over here.
Chewing no damn
you know what
gum.
I'm saying? So that's the only time, but we're living in some very dangerous times right now. The new gateway drug is vapes. They are the new consumers amongst the youth as well as the parents. You got parents sending their kids to the store to get the vapes. When kids don't have their vape, especially in school, they act out. If they can't go to the bathroom break. They flip out because it's an emotional chemical imbalance. Bring up some data, man.
Yeah, like, all right. Before we go ahead. I can't wait to get into that part. I can't wait to get into that part.
I got it.
Yeah, like before we get into that part, I want to talk about, we mentioned your life a little bit.
Okay.
I want you to tell the audience what brought you to this path, like the how. How did we get here to this point?
We got here because how I grew up. I grew up in a nice home. When my mom and dad was together, eventually they got divorced due to my father suffering from substance misuse disorder. He was addicted to heroin and alcohol. He would abuse my mom, And one day, you know, we left. She got tired and left, and we moved to Southwest Philadelphia for some time right there on 58th and King Sesson.
Okay.
And then she met another man eventually about 2-3 years later, and he introduced her to crack cocaine. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner went to just breakfast and lunch, to breakfast and lunch to just breakfast, and then nothing eventually. And then we wound up moving from a 6-7 bedroom house, because my mom had 8 kids at that time, and we wound up moving into a 4-bedroom house. And that's when the real trauma started. You know, I had 6 sisters and 2 brothers at the time, because my mom wound up bearing the child, which is my little sister, love her to death, Tanika. Shout out to Tanika. And that's when things got real. You know, can you imagine, like, having everything and within 3 years have nothing? So this is one of the reasons why I do what I do and why I'm here. We would live in the same house, you know, my mom and everybody, and we wouldn't see my mom for weeks at a time sometimes. Or if we do, we had to communicate through a door, because she would be in the room. And this was for years. Yeah. You know, she'll come out first of the month, you know, sometime. And it wasn't, you know, times that she didn't stop, because it was moments that she stopped. And, you know, she tried to battle it like on her own, and we would see her then. And but a lot of times, man, you know, we didn't, you know. First of the month, we get food, we get, you know, maybe a pair of sneaks. It was Bobos back in the day, you know, and we only had 24 hours to stash all the food. And I'm talking about like 8, 9 years old, 10, 11, 12 years old. Like, this was my life from 6, 7 years old all the way up, you know. Eventually my mom got clean, man. And she got clean for a couple years. But by then the damage was done, you know. And what I mean by damage, like, the streets raised us. Me and my brother, the streets raised us, you know what I'm saying? My older sister, you know, her too, you know, like, the streets raised us. Like, so we was already burnt out. You couldn't tell us nothing, you know, but it's from a lot of pain, man. You know, it's a lot of pain, and I just want to say one child, one adult. You know, can you imagine a parent just changing their life for their kid? I watched my sister do this right now, one of my sisters. I shot her down to Florida, you know. She came back, man, she got 4 years clean. And I'm just so happy for her. She's a manager at a bank now. You know what I mean? She get ready to purchase a house now. But for her daughter, for her grandkids, I mean, different person, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I like to do, you know? And imagine a kid, though. Imagine a kid, you know? You know, you can change one person's life. One person can change the world. So my aim is to save that child that God allowed me to save, because I can't do it. God don't, you know, some people, I did this and did it. No, I ain't did nothing. I'm just a vessel in the vehicle, and that's why I'm here. And that's what brought me here, because I'm doing God's work. You know, this ain't my work. It's God's work. I'm happy God is using me, using my story, using my experience, using my knowledge, you know, as a vessel, as a vehicle to help save lives. I got the best job in the world. I don't do it for followers. I don't do it for likes. I don't do it for the gram. I've been doing this. Before I even got on the gram, I've been doing this. I'm not looking to be popular. I'm not looking to be famous. I'm looking to be famous with God, Allah. Allah, number one. And number two, save somebody's life, man. And that's how we got here, from my pain, my trauma. Nights going to bed early. I mean, not early, going to bed hungry. Waking up with nothing in my stomach. You know, going out, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, drinking, getting addicted to drugs and alcohol, being homeless, shitting, pissing on myself. You know what I'm saying? Going to jail, in and out of jail. Man, I got three DUIs back to back from being addicted to alcohol. But I was drinking the pain away. I'm not having a father, drinking that pain away. Mind you, I'm like 18, 19, just drinking, man. Waking up, I had to have a drink, and only to find out when I got clean it was because of my trauma. Yeah. What if somebody would have set me down and said, "Yo, it's okay to talk to somebody"? Yeah. I know if that lady, Miss Browner, was alive, man, I wouldn't have did nothing because she was that counselor at the school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of reasons why and what brought me to where we at today. I can go on and on, but my main purpose is doing Allah's work, God's work.
May Allah reward you for that.
God's people. I mean,
it's crazy that you talked about just saving just one individual. I say it all the time. I love to say, one action can start a chain and lead to change. Mm-hmm. Just you taking, the initiative to like, you know what, I'm gonna use all of the things that God has, all of the talent, everything that God has given me. And put this out into the community with the efforts to change one life.
That's it.
That one life that you can change can literally change a whole entire demographic of people.
Absolutely. See, because the science behind it. Yeah. You got to understand the science.
Yeah.
God says this. Allah says this. If you save one life, you get the reward as if you save what? All of mankind. Mm-hmm. But if you destroy one life, you get the punishment as if you destroy all of mankind. Yeah. Now, one may say, what is that parable about? Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you. The parable is that God created all of mankind from Adam alayhi salam. Yeah. Peace and blessings be upon him. Mm-hmm. So from Adam, he created every human soul. Mm-hmm. So if you save one person, you get the reward as if you save all of mankind. Mm-hmm. And that's the mercy and the blessings of Allah, and that's what I'm chasing. Yeah. I don't care nothing about nothing else. Let me get that on the day of judgment. Yeah. So my passion and love for saving lives is not a worldly thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love to see people get themselves together. I got one mentor now. He was my mentee.
That's crazy.
He's my mentor now, working on his doctor's degree right now. And he's in the rooms where they're changing laws and making policies. He's in the front line, like he's helping with government. You know what I mean? And to watch him at his lowest, he walked up to me when I think I was about a year clean, and I went to the rehab, right? Because I used to go to the rehab every week, up until COVID. And he walked up to me like, "Yo, man, I want to do what you doing. I'm gonna see if we can get out of here." So I'm like, "All right, whatever." You know what I mean? Come see me. Come see me. And he came and saw me. Wow. And after that, he just kept going. Today, he's working on his doctorate degree. He's spoken in Africa. He's spoken in London. He's spoken in throughout this whole country. And he just called me last week. He's going to go right back to Africa again, because he's an educator as well. And he's into government and policies and stuff like that. So just to see that, and he only had 7 years clean. So now he's my mentor. He's educating me, and that's my biggest thing that I'm looking forward to. And just like yourself, like I'm so proud of you, man.
I appreciate
you doing your thing. I'm looking forward to the young men and young women to grow up a little bit, and they come back and they say, "Yo, man, you helped save my life, man." Yeah. You helped save my life. Check out what I'm doing. Matter of fact, man, come on, be a part of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the blessing of saving one life. Yeah. So Allah, man, is perfect, and He makes no mistakes. Yeah. I have no regrets. And I can go on and on. You can ask me anything.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy that you mentioned, you realize that after all this time you're doing all these things, the reason behind it was just trauma. I had the opportunity to go speak over at a mastery in New Jersey, and speaking to these young individuals and hearing their stories. All of it is trauma.
Yeah.
Them talking about, damn, I can't go a day without smoking weed. I tried to do, and it's like I'm itching, like my body don't feel right, and I'm like, hearing everything is all a result of the things that you are dealing with at home. You don't have nobody that's coming to you saying like it's okay to go sit down and talk to somebody. Right. You don't have to become dependent on this substance to be able to operate throughout the day to day. Like I spoke with one of the teachers, and she literally spoke about like the vape. She's like, as a student, where if he does not have his vape with him, he would go crazy.
Yeah, literally.
Like he would go crazy in the classroom. Won't be like can't sit still.
Right.
You know, it's just like he is not himself.
He's an addict. You know, and that's the purpose of the presentation, to educate the youth on not becoming addicts, and if they are, provide them with resources to help them live life on life terms. You know, most of them, they won't admit that they're addicts because most of them don't even know that they are. So during my presentation, the vaping presentation, education part of the assembly, I always ask them, you know, I don't ask them directly, who's vaping, raise your hand. No, but I ask them a question. I'd be like, ask yourself, how long can you go without your vape? And if you can't go a whole class, a whole day of school without it, you're already an addict. If you find yourself cutting up in class, being disrespectful, being aggressive, because these are what? Withdrawals. These are signs of withdrawals, early withdrawals. And that's why that student responds that way, because he's going through withdrawal. He has to have it. All these are signs of an addict, and right now, thank God it's just a vape, or maybe it's more, but it's going to turn into something else. And most of them vape, just as you mentioned, is because of trauma. Oh, I'm going through this and that, and they don't know how to release that trauma in a holistic and healthy way. And that's what Souls for Recovery teaches the students and kids through its presentation and education, along with my resources to help kids that, you know, can respond in a healthy way.
I want to just touch on the effect of the vapes, because I'm like 2-3 years removed from high school. When I tell you, I graduated in 2022. All, if not half of my class was all doing vapes, right? And when you're there, it doesn't seem like a big deal, right? But like Uncle Sewell said, it's a gateway, and it allows them to feel comfortable with a repeated action. And if you can repeat a terrible action, even if you don't think it's terrible, you can repeat a lot of other actions. Even like the statistics say, not to be like that guy, the statistics say in 2024, 25% of all kids who were vaping are doing it every single day. They develop literally nicotine dependence.
That's right.
And that's 2024. Right. And the percentages have gone up like a lot from whatever year to 2024. So imagine the speed that is going up. We're in 2026 now, almost 2027. It's a whole new generation of vape babies. Like, we want to call it that. That's what we're calling it. So 25% out of 100 kids, 25% of them, 25 people are vaping every day. They can't put it down. And I work in a hospital.
Right.
When we look at stuff like withdrawal from heroin use, or withdrawal from any other hard drugs, these people are in there having terrible times, right? But that stuff can kill you. Having withdrawals from those hard drugs can kill you. So the nurses are in there giving them pain medicine, doing certain things to stop their heart from beating so quick, because they can literally die from it. When you talk about something like marijuana or vaping, the withdrawal from that, I'm not going to say it's worst, but it can't kill you yet. So you're in there feeling every ounce of pain, throwing up, coughing, crying, screaming, because shaking, sweat, diarrhea. You're going through everything, and they really can't do nothing for you because it's not life threatening. So you're feeling all of these things, and these kids don't understand until they try to be like, no, this vape don't control me. Put it in my back pocket. Then they start feeling like, oh, can I go to the bathroom? Can I do this? And the reality is they're addicts. At a small degree that will one day get worse.
And it's crazy.
It's a gateway. So that's why we're trying to close the gate.
You have to.
It's crazy because that's the same thing that you said in that auditorium that day. You talked about these gateway drugs, and you mentioned marijuana. You talked about how, you know, today it may use like, you know, today it may be somebody out in the crowd that may be utilizing marijuana and don't understand that it may get to a point where now you start searching for something that's stronger, because it's like, oh, this not enough. Now I need something else. Like, you know, I'd have been smoking, all right, it did what it did, but now It ain't get me nowhere. I need something else. I need the extra kick.
Exactly, because vaping, like I say in my presentation, once you start vaping, it makes it okay to take that drink. Because you think, oh, man, well, I'm already vaping, and all it takes is one of your homies or some chick.
Yo, mix this with this.
You know what I mean? So you take the drink, right? And then next thing you know, it's like, yo, man, you might as well try one of these pills, one of these, you know what I mean, extras, you know what I'm saying? And then you going to take that. And then next thing you know, it's like your tolerance keeps rising. You keep chasing that high, that dopamine rush.
Because you might have a good night the first couple times you do it.
And guess what? You will. You will. But guess what? But guess what? You can lose your life the first time. Because no one knows the underlying health conditions that child may have.
That's true.
They don't know, because most youth don't know their history in no middle school. They don't know you 10 years old, 5th grade, you don't know your medical history.
They're not gonna tell you what you
middle school, you don't know what's going on. So it's like,
and the scariest part about
it is real.
The scariest part is nobody tells them that the first couple of times, it's gonna be fun. You might have a good night, you might do whatever you do. After a while, they're not doing it because it's fun anymore. They're doing it because they can't function without it. They literally feel like they're dying without doing the one thing that made them feel like they were having a blast before. Like, it's not even for pleasure anymore. No, it's to not go crazy.
That's how it was for me, man. Like, literally just like that. You know, it got to a point I wasn't using it to have fun. I was using it to feel normal. My dependency got so high, you know, I couldn't even function, you know, and that's how eventually from pills, that's how I got turned on to heroin, because my pill dealer wasn't around, and you know, guy come in the shop and he's like, "Yo, I got something for that," because I started going through withdrawal before I even knew what withdrawal was. You know, I heard about it, but I started experiencing it, and you know, offered me some heroin, and I'm like, "Yo, I ain't doing no heroin." Mind you, he was trying to get me, you know, to do that for a couple years. And I always be like, no, I'm cool. But at that time, I was doing 8 Oxy 80s a day. That's how high my tolerance was. Because I would start my morning off with 2 of them. Then I have one, because, I'll start my morning off with 2 of them. That's like around like 7 a.m. And then by 11, I do it again. Then 11, 12, 1, do it again. And 1 would carry me till the evening, and those was $50 a pill. Damn. But I was buying so much that he was only charging me $25 a pill, you know, and I was a barber, so all my money just went to that, and then my pill connect went away, you know.
You was cutting high?
I was high as a helicopter. I was high as the sky. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It was terrible, but I had to feel normal. I was high, you know, but I wasn't high, like enjoyable. You know, I was grooving like,
just I've been doing it so long. It's my norm. Like this is where I feel
exactly comfortable.
You know,
So my pill connect wasn't there. It's early in the morning. This is how I start my day. I'm sweating, I'm shaking, I'm trying to cut. My body feel like 1,000 pounds. He come in, he said, "Man, I see you going through it. I got something for that." I'm like, "Man, I'm good, right?" So the minute, less than 10 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, I said, "I'm good." I turned around, I put my clippers down. I said, "Well, what you got?" He said, "Come on outside." We went outside. He said, "Man, I got this door." I said, "Man, I'm not doing no needles, man." I'm like, I ain't no junkie. He said, "Oh, man, no, it ain't like that. Just snort half the bag." You know, I snorted half the bag at about 8 o'clock, maybe 9. By 12 o'clock, I was in Kensington.
Damn.
I said, "Take me where you got that at." Pill, no more pill. Pill deal. The pill dealer came back. "What's up?" I said, "Not you, homie." You know, but that's the disease of addiction. That's the disease of addiction, and a lot of the youth don't even know what they're lining themselves up for. Every drug that you do, even the vaping, even cigarettes, weed, it's going to be a gateway drug. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen to everybody. Everybody turns into a junkie and addict. No, I'm not saying that. But a lot of the youth will. Yeah. A lot of them. I'm quite sure you see a few youngins that was vaping you went to school with. You see them now. They look older than me.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I won't even say no names.
No.
It's someone right now who, you know, I actually grew up with. And I kind of watched the stages.
You watched the stages, yeah.
Like I watched the stages. Mm-hmm. It went from one thing, weed, to then a vape. Then it's like, all right, this stuff not enough. Need some pills. Yep. And it's like, all right, pills not enough. Need some cough syrup, and then it's just like it just keep going. And like I had a conversation with someone the other day, and it was like the whole time we around each other, they just picking up the vape, smoking. I'm like, I want to ask, like, do you even catch yourself doing it? Like, no, I don't even catch myself doing it. I forget, like, you know, I kind of zone out, and it's just like something that I just mindlessly do. Yeah. So I'm like, now it's become this thing where you just mindlessly pick up the vape, take a hit, put it back down, give it a couple seconds, pick it back up. Then now it's the thing where it's like you leave the house. Damn, I got my vape. Then I leave the car. Around. Damn, I got my vape. Like, damn, I got my vape. Like, and it's like, wait, is that like controlling you, or are you controlling the vape? Like, now it's kind of taking over because you can't leave the house without it. You can't be somewhere without it. You don't got it. You know, you irritable, whatever the case may be. You not like yourself, and it's like, do you understand like how it's now rewired your brain?
And it does literally. See, a lot of people don't understand that substance misuse disorder, it rewires your brain literally. Literally rewires your brain, and you come up and not thinking that you're developing addictive behavior. Now the addictive behavior rewires your thinking, behaviors, and your attitude. That's why when an individual that's addicted to vaping, or it could be porn, it can be anything, when they don't have that, they what? Their thinking gets crazy, their behavior gets crazy, and their attitudes. Those are the first things that, you know, starts the malfunction. It's because your brain, the wires, is the tentacles that's in there that connects to the healthy thinking. It's looking for that hit. It's looking for that vape. It's looking for that porn. It's looking for that weed to connect to. And when it doesn't have it, this literally has been tested. If it doesn't have it, then you go through instant withdrawal, and your thinking, behaviors, and attitudes is part of your withdrawal. You know, because people get mad. That's why, yo, man. Like
no, for real.
What you talking about, man? You like, whoa, bro, what you?
I ain't doing nothing. No, like, I know.
And then they thinking, they start talking crazy. Like, come on, man, you playing with me, man. They don't even
realize,
I kill you over this vape. I didn't got phone calls like that with kids would threaten their parents over a vape. Over a vape. And it's the same thing like with their phones. That's an addiction. It's no different from heroin. It's no different from alcohol. It's the same characteristics and the same behaviors. And I always, one of the questions I always ask, and not just the youth, but adults as well, is how, if you don't think you're addicted, then how does something with no arms and no legs dictate how you gonna feel for the day? How?
That's powerful.
How are you acting out over something that has like this phone? It don't have no arms, no legs.
You sit it down somewhere.
You set it down. You pick it up. Control you. Destroy you. And ultimately, for some people, in sad cases, it kills them. It took me away from my sanity, my family, my friends, my jobs for over 20-something years. Something with no arms and no legs, bro. And that's why I'm so adamant. That's why I'm like crazy about educating the youth about substance misuse disorder through the vaping presentation.
It's crazy because it, like you said, it even go deeper than a vape. It's just something like simple as a phone. Like, all that. You know, I talk about it a lot. Some people, they don't understand. Like, they may talk down on somebody who's, you know, they're addicted to, you know, substance or a type of drug, But little do you know, you're also addicted to something just in a different form. Your phone, you know, your phone, social media, porn, whatever it may be, it's the same thing. Addiction, just like they may go through a withdrawal from that drug, that substance. You go through a withdrawal when you don't have your phone for 10 minutes.
I'm definitely
you know, it get like, and it's crazy. I watched the documentary in high school. My African American history teacher talks about this all the time. Like the addiction of a device, like you have to your device. Yeah. He's like, yo, it's crazy. A lot of y'all can't even sit in my class for an hour, let alone 40 minutes without picking up your phone, looking at your phone, like your phone in your pocket. You gotta look at it. What's going on? Like, and he's like, yo, like I just want to know what are y'all missing out on? Because a lot of times you pick up your phone, you look at it, it's nothing there. It gets to a point where your phone in your pocket, you feel like it's buzzing, and it's not even buzzing. Right? Like,
it's not even buzzing. You know something. It's like, so sad because technology is robbing or taking away creativity from the next generation. Yeah. You know, I remember sitting in class with no phone, like, you know, doing things like in the hood with like no phone. This is how we came up with wall ball. This is how we said one day we gonna cut a hole in the crate and start play that ball, like, curveball. Yeah, curveball. When we ain't had no court, we shoot at the curve. Classroom, you start drawing. Next thing you know, we got Picasso. So these things are being robbed due to what? Technology. Addiction.
Yeah, and it's even crazier because sometimes the phone is a part of somebody's passion. Yeah. Like in my case, I need my phone. Yeah. And I need it because having the phone nowadays, number one, it's a way for connections. It's a way to make money. It's a way to do all of these things. So I'll be sitting down and like, let me read these comments. Or did somebody reach out to me? Or what's the next thing I can edit? I'm inadvertently grabbing my phone. If a trade happens, if LeBron gets traded, I'm finding out through my phone. Yeah. What's the weather? My phone. What time is it? My phone. How many degrees is it inside San Diego? My phone. They've made it so your phone is the way. Everything. People barely got cable anymore. Nobody cut on the radio.
Yo, it's the phone. So crazy. I had a conversation literally last night with my cousin, and we was talking about like, yo, I said, wait. I just thought about it. When was the last time you heard about Xfinity Comcast coming to install cable in a house? Damn. He's like, wait, no, it's strictly just, you know, Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And I said, wait, now I'm thinking about it. I saw an interview where they interview a bunch of different, you know, young individuals from like, you know, the new generation. Right. They said, yeah, you ever watch cartoons? A lot of them was like, well, what's cartoons? You know, they know about YouTube and TikTok streaming. Wait, you never heard of Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, nothing like that, Cubo? No. And it's like, wait, we're actually seeing the shift that is being made. That's scary. Before, when I was growing up, I didn't have, you know, a phone until I was, I'm trying to think, I was in like 5th grade or something like that. Yeah. Like 5th grade. I was, outside, riding my bike, in the house playing with Russellman and stuff like that. I was being creative. Like we had the same we had the same conversation. We literally are watching it change. Now you got kids, they 2, 3, not even
with 2, the iPad.
With an iPad.
One.
Like, they with an iPad. Like, and it's, you don't, and then the mess up part about it is they got this iPad, but it's no telling what can be placed in front of them and what they can be introduced to.
Everything.
Like, it's no telling. So you sit them in front of this iPad, at a young age, and it's like you can't really control what's being placed in front of them, what they watching, what they been introduced to, and the stuff that is out here on these platforms, Roblox, all of this stuff is crazy.
Yeah, it's dangerous, and like it's no different than the drugs that's out here. Yeah, you know, it's just a digital technology drug, you know, and it's just it causes the same effects: depression, suicides. You know, kids won't eat. You know, and not to mention, you know, it's terrible. Yeah, you know, and that's what Soldiers for Recovery covers, man. And we talk about everything, you know. Everything, and I'm just like super happy about this year. The things that are coming together through God's permission. You know, we looking to do a whole lot more.
Yeah, we're looking to do a whole lot more. We talked about, this withdrawal. We mentioned this withdrawal word. Mm-hmm. You said even at a young age, you didn't even understand what withdrawal was. Right. For a young individual that may be out there, they may be, headed down this path, or they don't understand what withdrawal is, what some of the side effects are, what you may be experiencing at that time. Could you, inform them on what withdrawal is?
Absolutely. Withdrawal is pretty much means when you want something that you can't get to or have. The mental withdrawals is like when you start acting out, behavior, thinkings, and attitudes. You might cuss mom out. You might cuss dad out. You might start treating people crazy. Things that you wouldn't do that's outside of your character. That's like mental withdrawal. Now the physical aspect, depending on what substance that you're consuming, you can go through headaches, depression, suicide thoughts, sweating, going to the bathroom on yourself, things in that nature. A lot of pain, your stomach hurt, your whole body feel like 1,000,000 pounds, depending on what substance that you've been exposed to or using for some time. So those are a few examples.
And also, I just want to add to that, your body is literally panicking. Yeah. Because the thing that you depend on has become everyday life for it.
Right.
And as soon as that's taken away from, like Unc says, your heart rate can go to 140. Withdrawal is literally death. Like it's your body shutting down. It's like, my heart is beating this fast. I'm panicking. I could pass out, hit my head. I can get mad at somebody, pull out a gun, shoot somebody. I can do 20 years in prison from withdrawal. I can literally, you can die. Yeah. So it's like these things are real, and I feel like people don't understand it until they see it. And when they see it, a lot of people think that these people are crazy. They're literally panicking. Sometimes I sit with patients who are going through withdrawal, and the thoughts that they conjure up is nothing short of, it's like they're possessed. It's like something's taking over their body and they can't control it. And the only thing they can look for relief is the very thing that put them in that place.
See, and another thing that I want to point out, our bodies is built to survive.
Yes.
Period. 24/7, our bodies are working on survival, internal, mental, everything, every aspect of a human body. So when you start putting a substance in you, or let's say the phone, these are things that we are putting in either mentally or physically, and we don't have it, our body goes into survival mode, in which he just mentioned. So it displays certain characteristics in which he just mentioned. And sometimes, especially with the physical aspect of consuming a drug, you can die.
Yeah.
Alcohol, withdrawal, you can die.
I've seen it.
Xanaxes, you can die. Now, you can't die from heroin, believe it or not, unless you have an overdose. You can't die from marijuana unless it's laced with fentanyl. You know what I mean? Well, no, fentanyl, you can't even die from withdrawals from that. Now, can it cause other health issues? Yes. Yes, but it's only because our body jumps into survival mode when that substance isn't in our body. So it'll make your heart rate go, harder, or your kidneys start working harder because it's trying to survive, because the inside of you is searching throughout your whole body, like, where can we find this, drug, this substance, and it's not there, so automatically your body starts pushing, the chemical that's already used out, because now it's just waste. So, and you experience everything that we just mentioned, pretty much.
It's like now is a lot of young individuals, they getting introduced to substances, alcohol, and they don't understand, like, maybe the long term effect that it may have on you.
The long term effect, I just buried a friend, childhood friend of mine, about a month and a half ago. Alcohol. Alcohol was the culprit. And many other people. I can go on and on of friends that I've lost through the alcohol or heroin, fentanyl. I lost a lot of people, man. I witnessed death, right in I done seen it.
It's a crazy thing, and we need more individuals like you, boots on the ground, you know, out here to catch them early.
Yeah,
you know, to
catch them early.
Get a hold of them early, so that they don't get to a point where it's like all right, now it's even tougher to get you off of this thing because it's been a part of your life for 10, 20 years. Yeah. And, you know, now we got to go through a whole different stage, you know, maybe try to find you different resources. When we can catch it early, you know, it's like, all right, we don't have to try to, you know, go as hard, you know, because we catch it in the early stages.
Exactly. And that's what Social for Recovery presentation, vaping presentation, and substance misuse education is all about, is connecting that youth to the resources, connecting them to help, connecting them with just people who really cares, and also who's going to listen to them and not talk at them, but talk to them. So you creating a safe space. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, we have to let the youth be the youth. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them are experiencing a lot of adult things at a young age, which is not their fault. So you can't go in as if you're dealing with a child. No, you're dealing with a young adult. You know, and you have to make them feel comfortable. You have to provide and create a safe space so they can, you know, make decisions on their own, but in a healthy way. And we have to guide them. We have to hold their hand in a healthy way. You know, and a lot of times, a lot of individuals, they try to be the kid's friend. Parents try to be their friends, or their whole approach is just wrong. Like I'm just unc. I'm the unc that's gonna listen to you. I'm the unc going, hey, it's either you gonna take this medicine, which is this game, or you're not. If you go this road, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be there to pick you up. If you go down the other road, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be there to pick you up. You know, and that's what it's about with the youth today.
Let me ask you a question, right? Do you think, because I mean, we've had conversations like this in the past, and the work that we're all doing is for the benefit of the youth and for humanity, right? Do you feel like it's hope for our mission in the grand scheme of things? Because it's easy to in this role that in this position that we are in to feel like we're the underdogs, like that side is always going to be more powerful, because in this world, I mean, you know, we live in, that it's more popular to do bad than good, and it's more glorified to do bad than good. I know we just want to reach one person, and we know that, but we want to save as many people as possible. And do we feel like in this room there's a hope that what we're doing can transcend generations and allow it to be a real change in this world?
If I'm being completely honest, I do. I honestly feel like, you know, with individuals like us who are, you know, we may be having a different approach, but we're attacking, you know, the same thing. Our demographic who we're targeting is the same, you know, group of people. I think that it is hope. And like we talked about before in our episode, you know, that's us and we're them. You know, that's us and we're them. We are the people that, you know, everybody is talking about is us. We are the youth. We are the youth. Like you said, you just got out of high school a couple years ago. I just got out of high school, what, two years ago, something like that.
So it's possible.
Like we are them. And, you know, for us, like I know for me being connected to this group of people, I'm gonna be honest, they want more of us.
They do.
They want more of us to be like, to be the ones talking to them. Like I hear from them is like, all right, it's certain, you know, certain old heads I would listen to, but it gotta be that safe space. But when I'm talking to somebody who I feel like I look in the mirror and I see myself, because we got more of a connection, I'm gonna be more ears. You feel me? I'm gonna listen more. And I'm gonna be open to taking in the game that you giving to me. Like when I go to talk to, you know, even going to speak back at my high school or going to different schools to, you know, speak at different programs, I see the difference from when somebody who's twice their age, maybe 3 times their age, somebody will be their father, you know, speak to them. I see how they, you know, interact with them. And then maybe somebody like, you know, me, closer in age, they feel like they can connect with more. they interact with us different.
Absolutely.
It's almost like we sitting at the lunchroom table. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's almost like we sitting at the lunchroom table. Yeah, like it's like we sitting at the lunchroom table. Like I went back and spoke at my high school. I'm like, yo, I'm coming to tell y'all, I just got out of high school about 2 years ago. And it's cliche, it sounds crazy, because I had a bunch of people stand up in this same position and tell me, yo, when you get out of high school, life just gonna punch you in the face. Yeah. As soon as you get out of, as soon as you walk across, it's not sweet. No. And I'm coming here, I haven't even been out here for 5 years. I'm coming to tell you now. It punched me in the face. Yeah. Like, and they be like, wait, no, so all the old heads, they might really be right. Maybe we need to really take heed to what was said or what everybody telling us in this building. Because you got somebody who was just in this seat a couple years ago and they coming to tell me the same thing. So they be like, after they be like, oh, wait, what you mean? Life done punch you in the face. No, it's serious. Yeah. All that playing hee ha ha. No, it ain't no games out here. Ain't no games out here. It's time to come out here and get to work. It's either you going, you gonna float or you gonna drown. You gotta find your way out here. You gotta find your way out here. It's not gonna be easy. You gotta, like you said, you gotta have that dog in you. You gotta want it. You gotta have that dog in you. But if you think you about to get out here and have them same habits that you carried before, you gonna be stuck.
Lost.
You gonna be stuck. You gonna be lost.
Yeah, you gonna have to do something.
But for us to be out here and be young individuals connecting with other young individuals, if we can have more of that, it's perfect.
This is a power
it's perfect. Then you got like Uncle Sewell. You got individuals like him. He done been down that road. He can give us the game. He can sit in these spaces with us talking to these young individuals.
Absolutely.
And we can go relay that message. Why? Because they feel like they can connect with us just a little bit more. Because we them. They be like, oh no, wait, you just got out. Oh yeah, no, we 2 years apart, if that. Like,
and it's perfect to have an old head around who you don't feel like thinks they're above you.
Exactly.
Because sometimes this is what kids, why they rebel against their mom or dad. I'm telling you, blah blah, looking down. I'm telling you, blah 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 blah. Yeah. It's so much different when somebody leans down beside you and it's like, yo,
I don't even lean down beside. I'd say, look. Like I said, if you go this route, this is gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. But I learned so much from the youth. Yeah. I'm not built like, you know what I mean? Well, look, I'm not one of them. Yeah. I need help. This y'all time. It ain't my time. That's why I always say I can't stand them over here talking about back in the day. What you mean back in the day? I deal
with it all the time.
I come in and I'm like, yo, help me. Yeah. Help me. I need help. Hey, go ahead. You need, this y'all time.
Yo.
And a lot of people, man, they don't understand, like, this y'all time. I understand it. And not that only do I understand it, I respect it.
100%.
It's crazy that you.
And that's why the youngins don't respect the old. A lot of people say the youngins don't respect old. They do. They just don't respect you.
Yeah, no, for real.
They don't respect you because you don't respect that this is their time. Yeah. I respect that this is your time and your time. Any young boy that know me know that. Yeah. I'm not trying to. No, this your time.
It's crazy that you can admit that, because I talked to a bunch of old heads and they don't even know how old I am. Right. I don't tell them until after the concert.
I know how old you was.
I'm like, damn, I'm only 20. I'm like, damn, you 20, you do not look like. Yeah. No, and they like how they talk. It's almost they feel like it's like it's their time. Oh, but back in the day I was, and it's like I be in my head like, all right. I understand you had your moment back in the day, but this 20, 30, 40 years later, things is just different.
So all the way different.
Things is just different. Your approach to things when, back in the 70s can't be the same approach.
80s, or 90s, or early 2000s.
It's just not the same approach. We closer to 2030. Yeah. It's just not the same approach. Everything is just different. And when you got, these old heads out here who just, they talk down and they not open to learning from the youngins. Get it. Because I'm gonna be honest, I done had some old heads come to me like, yo, youngin, you done taught me some game, like, and it's like it'd be crazy. Cause I'm like, I wouldn't expect for somebody that's 3 times my age to really sit and listen to some of the stuff that I'm saying. A lot of them need
to listen.
You don't know what you're talking about, youngin. Like,
that's why. as I mentioned earlier, that's why I do what I do for the youth and, of course, the parents and everybody else, is that you guys are my teachers. You know, your generation are my teachers. I'm a student, you know, and if I don't get out here with the vaping presentation and hit these schools or the streets or wherever the youth are to educate them, not in a sense of being a dictator or someone trying to tell them what to do. No, let me connect you to some other resources, to guys like you and guys like you. You know what I'm saying? And be that bridge.
Absolutely.
Then who the heck am I going to learn from later? If I don't say they lie, I need y'all. You know what I mean? I'm not one, like I said, man, without y'all, it ain't going to be no future. If all the youth start, you know, becoming junkies, what's gonna happen to us?
And without you, we can't learn from the past.
we can't learn. We can't learn. That's the bridge. That's the bridge. That's the bridge that we need. That's the bridge that we need. We need more of this. I say it all the time. Instead of the old head just talking down, young boy, you don't know this, you don't know that, you need to look. Why not just say, all right, hold on, time out. It's a different day and age. Maybe I can learn something from you, but I can also teach you about the past. And we can learn from each other. We can build each other up. We can bridge this gap, because I'm noticing there's a huge disconnect between the generations. You got my generation and the generation before me is a huge disconnect. And we need to connect that if we want to be able to build each other up, because we need y'all to be able to learn about what came before.
I mean, listen.
Hell yeah.
The evidence is right now before us. I came to your school. You was in high school. Now I'm coming to your podcast. This is the examples of listening to the youth, extending the olive branch. You know what I'm saying, and coming together. This is how we can save a whole generation.
I was 9 years old when you started cutting my hair. He started cutting my hair. We started going back and forth. Unc, I want you to post this video. I want you to post a video. I want you to post a video. He listened, and the reward has been so great for me for even saying that at that young age, because in my older years, if there was a time where I'm like, I don't got it in me today, this is the guy who pays that, whatever dialogue I said to him back then, that I'm not even going to say allowed him, but was reassuring for him to start doing what he's doing. Now when I feel like giving up, he's the voice I hear in my head. He's the voice on my phone. Learn from and vice versa. And it's literally it's history in this room.
This is crazy. True story, right? When he was 9, you know, I made a promise to him. He made his rap joint. He made his Instagram page, whatever. You know what I mean? I already had mine, I think. And he's like, yo, if I post a video, you got to go out and make one too. Now, I had already made a couple already, but I wasn't, you know, I ain't know nothing about the gram or nothing like that. So, you know, a month went by or something? Like a month went by, and he came and he checked me. And he 9. He said, yo, what's up with you? I'm like, what you talking about? He said, you was supposed to make a video. You promised me, man, you was going to make a video. And you was going to keep on. And ever since that day, I've been making videos ever since.
Every day.
I just kept going. I said, you know something, you're right. I apologize, man. That won't happen again. And that's learning from the younger generation. And not just learning, respecting how he feels as a young man.
And then setting an example. And he, at a point in time, blew me out of the water in followers. So in my head, I'm like, this nigga turned it up, right? So I'm like, hold on. Now,
so that wasn't my intention.
No, but then he like, you the rapper though. You're supposed to be blah blah. So now I'm like, all right, well now I gotta blah blah blah. And then now it's like the best competition that you can have is healthy competition, especially when y'all are pushing for the right thing.
Exactly.
So this guy right here is
you didn't got on him. He didn't do what he had to do. He paved the way, and you didn't follow up behind him and kept it going.
Look, that led me into the schools. Led me meeting you. You heard the presentation, and now we sitting here and we in your spot.
Without him coming there and telling you how he felt, we would have never gotten here.
That's how
we
would have
never gotten here. That's crazy,
bridging the gap, man.
Now, before we wrap up, I always want to end off and give the audience an actionable step, right?
Yeah.
So for a young individual out there who may be trying to, get clean, or not get down, get too deep into this path, what's, maybe a resource, somebody they can reach out to, get in touch with to get everything they need so they do not get, too far on the deep end?
They can get in touch with Soldiers for Recovery.
Okay.
Get in touch with me. I have all the resources. All the resources for you. So even if you just need to talk, call me. I'm going to listen. You're going through something, mom and dad may need some assistance. If they're open to it, I'm here. Yeah. I have resources for the whole family. Food, clothes, rehab, whatever. It's a one-stop shop, and I use a holistic approach where it's very, loving, man, and caring, like, for real. I want y'all to make it. I want all the people, not just the children, just everybody to make it. So don't hesitate. And even if you feel like you got to sneak and do it, because it might change your life. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel guilty. Nothing. Don't feel like none of that crazy feeling. No, if you feel crazy, that means that's the feeling you run away from. Come towards and picking up that phone or hit me on IG. And I got you, man. I bought a gift for you.
You did?
Yeah, man.
Oh man, we got some gifts in the chat, y'all. We got some gifts in the chat. Man. Uncle Soda bought us a gift, y'all. Yeah, Uncle Soda bought us a gift, man.
I had to
oh man, Shukran. Uncle Soda bought us a gift. Oh man.
Fresh off the.
Listen, we might have to get me in it. I appreciate it, Shukran, man.
See, a lot of people don't know. Listen, this one is the one may say mascot.
Yeah, listen.
For recovery mascot.
I'm gonna keep it all the way.
He gonna be at the block party.
Hey, that's supposed to be mine.
Yo.
So
listen, I appreciate it, man.
One may say mascot. Yes, I'm rolling it out. Right?
Listen, if y'all know Soldiers for Recovery, y'all know his amazing intro. He come out of nowhere. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. I am Suleiman Hassan, and one may say, what is Suleiman Hassan going to speak on today? I love the intro. I love it. I appreciate the gifts. Yeah. I appreciate it. I do want to say, man, I want to give both of y'all flowers for y'all consistency.
I'm going to give you yours, man.
Y'all both been consistent. Since our interview, you kept your promise, man. You kept your promise, man. You told me, you said, listen, I seen what my 1 year consistency can do. I'm just going to keep my foot on the gas. I'm going to go full throttle. I'm going to keep going. And that's exactly what you've been doing.
And it's still more.
Yeah, I seen that video outside of Max's. Yeah. Listen, that approach, the haircut, we talked about it. Man. You need something in that video that's going to keep them in tune. Absolutely. Even with the, the Ring camera one, everything that we talked about before, all of those approaches is something to make people, sometimes they overlook what you say and they so fixated on what's going on. Absolutely. And then they go back and wait, hold on, let me listen. And now I'm starting to understand the story. Perfect. And I do also want to congratulate you. I saw that, not too long ago, you're celebrating 12 years of sobriety.
Yes.
So, we sat here and, a lot of the times people may say like, somebody talking about something, they don't understand it. But we talking to somebody who's dedicating their livelihood to save individuals out here because, I was once you.
Yeah.
I understand it. I traveled down this path.
No, I'm still that person.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not using, I am them.
Yeah.
Every day I'm fighting for my life. That's why I named the work that I'm doing Soldiers for Recovery, because every day you got to be a soldier. I'm at war with myself mentally, physically, spiritually, not to go and lose the battle. Every day is a new day. I'm at war, and most addicts or people that are suffering from substance misuse disorder, it's an internal battle that we are fighting. Outwardly, you'll see Kensington. You'll see the people in Kensington who are not fighting. Yeah. And that's the outcome, and that's what it looks like. So if I stop fighting today, then my withdrawals is only I can only imagine, because if I pick up and go through withdrawal, I would definitely die. I would definitely kill myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at war, man. I'm at war. It's a war for me. 12 years hasn't been easy. Yeah. And I just want to say this real quick. Anybody that's suffering with substance misuse disorder, don't be ashamed. I don't care if you a rapper, actor, white, black, Puerto Rican, Haitian. Substance misuse disorder, addiction, doesn't have a race. It doesn't have a religion. It just wants one thing, and that's your soul. You know, and those who are suffering in silence, young, old, you know, adults, teenagers, reach out to Soldiers for Recovery, and I can connect you with some help. Don't feel ashamed. You're not alone. I'm out here fighting for you until you fight for yourself, and I will teach you how to love yourself. That way you can continue fighting on for the rest of your life in this lane called sobriety, because sobriety is definitely great. And I want you to make it. I want you to live. And I'm quite sure your loved ones want you to live. Yeah.
Listen, the resources, they're here. You got them for those who need them. I'm going to make sure that they got everything they need in the description, your social media handle, everything. So if they need to reach out to you for any resources, they can get to you.
Oh, yeah, one more thing. And if you want to book the vaping presentation, feel free to reach out to us as well. Any schools, like some of the youth that's maybe watching this video, or adults, if you have any connections, or you know someone, or if you're in school, talk to your counselor, talk to the principal if you're interested in booking Soldiers for Recovery, vaping presentation, and education for your school. Get with us.
Listen, we didn't talk. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going as soon as we get done. I'm shooting right over to down to my high school and the middle school. I'm talking to all my connects, because we need you over there. You know, to roll out this presentation. We need it down there. So I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that you can get back over there, so that somebody else in that auditorium, in that space, can have the same experience that I once had. You know, they sitting there, they hear you talk, it resonates with them, and it just sticks with them, and they keep them pushing. You know, it's that one thing.
For 30 seconds, I'm gonna give you your flowers. Oh, give me your flowers. I'm gonna give you your flowers. Number one, I didn't know you was 20.
Yeah.
This guy is 20 years old. He's been grinding for Lord knows how long. But what he's done in the last year is a representation of somebody who has used what they've gone through in their lives and completely used it for the best, for a positive influence, for the progression of humanity. This guy is 20 years old, but he moves like a 10-year vet. Yeah. He's informative. He's vulnerable. He's consistent. Bro,
listen,
keep on going, bro, because the only end to this path is everything you've ever dreamed of, bro. It's just success.
That's it.
Keep the same heart, bro. Stay the same person. He probably talked to everybody that you know so far, and it has made their story important, not to just them, but to everybody else. So, bro, keep on going, bro.
I appreciate it,
We're
man.
proud of you, bro.
I appreciate it. I'm proud of y'all as well. As you said, this is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it was not for Allah, you know, using me as a vessel and a vehicle to be out here, you know, taking my story, everything that I've been through, to be able to change your life, connect with somebody, and things like that, it wouldn't be possible. If Allah didn't bless me with, you know, air in my lungs, you know, the ability to use my eyes, hair, and all of those, you know, all of my limbs, I wouldn't be able to wake up every day and do all of this.
That's that wisdom. That wisdom. I love it. The whole time. Young OG right there.
I would not be able to do it, man.
You know what I mean?
I would not be able to do these things if it was not for that, you know, the Most High, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I appreciate both of y'all for coming out.
Anytime.
You know, like I said before, I'm gonna make sure they got everything that they need so that they can reach out. This is an amazing episode. I can't wait for y'all to see it. Yeah. We just listen. We gonna keep grinding, continue to, you know, try to connect with any and everybody, and you know, change life. And may Allah continue to bless us with everything that we need along this journey to be able to connect with these young individuals. Just change the community and do what we got to do out here, man.
Man.
So I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
One may say,
yeah, we gotta throw that in there. We gotta throw that in there. We gotta throw that in there. One may say, we gotta make sure that's in there. That intro, I love it. Every time.
Say it right now,
can we get that in there? Can we get that in there? Can we get that? Can we get that in there? Listen, how you want to do it? You want to jump in or you want to say it? You can do it right now.
Yeah, I can do it right
now.
Go ahead. I am Suleiman Hassan, and this is Soldiers for Recovery.
Listen, man, I love the intro. I think they gotta see it. They gotta jump in because that's how you pop on the camera.
I am Suleiman Hassan, and this is Soldiers for Recovery. And one may say, "What is Suleiman Hassan going to speak on today?"
That's how we listen. That's how we ending off, man. I appreciate you. That's it for today's episode, and y'all know the motto, man. We'll see y'all in the next one.
Yeah, sir.